Hey, I'm Scott.
And I'm Chris.
And this is Doxalogic, where we help you think with your Bible.
All right, guys, let's jump into these questions. First one reads like this. My place of work is asking all employees to state their preferred pronouns. Is this wrong for me to participate in to avoid repercussions? So someone's thinking they might just do it to avoid a sticky situation.
Mm-hmm. We've addressed this at some point. I think in the transgenderism episode, we could probably find the number. But if you weren't listening at that point, or you might only listen to these 5 or so minute sound clips and not the full
Or go back
episodes.
and find that episode.
You can find the Doxalogic episode on transgenderism over an hour long, which is even then only scratching the surface. But we did get there on the practicals, and so. Big picture right off the bat for me would be do everything you can not to participate in that, realizing though probably quickly there are some whatabouts that people might have, and I don't know the particular situation of how dependent are you on this work. Are you in a field where you could go and find the same type of work, maybe in pay, easily enough type of thing? I recognize there's like a real quandary people are in around obviously employment. So all of those caveats kind of like either said or aside, I would say do everything you can not to participate. You want to avoid participating in a lie to the best degree possible, to the highest degree you possibly can, including being ready to not go along with it. And I would say this, if you're going to go along with it, can you or can you not log your kind of can you log a complaint about this, that this is some form of unjust work practice that you're being lobbied to go along with? So there's that. And then there's like, how ready are you to maybe make what would you call make a stink or make it public, Are you in a place where you know enough other employees that feel like you do, assuming that's actually the truth, where you could find a partnership to go not by yourself, don't fight this if you're going to do that alone. Would be a few just opening comments I would make.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking about the lying part as well, and just I think we were thinking very similarly of like try as much as possible not to participate in delusion. And I think that self-explanatory element of what are your pronouns is jumping into that without thinking about it is a problem in general. I think you want to push against that as much as possible. And it's different too, like you said, somebody's work's involved, but having those conversations if you need to have them, So some Christians probably would say, don't even worry about it. That's not the battle. That's not the hill you want to die on. Mm-hmm. That's probably the other side of what people might say about it. But I actually think the more we allow delusion in, like we at some point are ones that are supposed to press up against the culture, right. We're supposed to press up and act as that distinct difference, that purifying, preserving element, the salt component. And when the salt loses its saltiness, right, Sermon on the Mount kind of style, what's left for Christians to do? And we live in a particular age where I wouldn't say this isn't like overt persecution in the heaviest sense, but it's requiring stands like this that actually does allow Christian saltiness to be salty, to be distinct, to be a preservative agent of sanity and baseline morality, and that you're not upholding a lie but upholding the truth. When you think about it from a love perspective too, and you go to 1 Corinthians 13, and it's not necessarily in this context, but it's describing what love is. Well, love doesn't rejoice in wrongdoing. Love rejoices with the truth. Right. And so the idea to be able to say, it's because I'm committed to love as it's biblically defined. Not love is love, which is idolatrous, but God is love, and God gets to call the shots on what love is. Then we rejoice in the truth. And the truth is that that's self-explanatory.
Mm-hmm.
And just another really very, very well said on a practical level. Consider, and you really do need to think through this, but you need to be prayed up. You need to be considerate, considering what may happen. But if you've got at least a couple other people similar to you in terms of Christians in your same workplace, for example, to write a letter of some kind and or ask certain questions around whether that's, First Amendment things related to free speech or the exercise of religion, and like try to get this letter in front of whoever, whether it's a CEO, the president, the owner of the company, signed by, and enough people that hopefully would matter, but like recognize, like call, almost blow the whistle. Don't just, like not go along with it and then just get dismissed, maybe, and you're like, what did I even do? Make a thing about it, like a kind of a respectful but aggressive. This is unjust. I might mind personally, but I'm not here to try to stop people from putting their pronouns. But I am gonna stop the company making everyone do it. I'm going to try to stop that. So the idea of a letter, put enough legalese around it when it comes to, the law and Constitution and the First Amendment, free speech, these things, like, do you understand, owner, president, CEO, what you're doing? Or actually, if it's a big company, does the top dog, do they even know what their HR department is making them do? So you try to go up to the top and see what happens from there. If you're ready to do that, not everyone is, but if you are, and I've had some of these conversations around this issue and other freedom of speech and religion issues, and really not encouraging them to like go all the way and be radical, but I'm just saying, if you're going to do that, get some more people with you if you can, and then go to the top if you can, and not just like have a one-on-one with the HR director who may be able to kind of go punitive on you because you spoke up, and all of a sudden
or didn't speak up, really, right?
Or maybe didn't.
In this case of like just not, it's doing nothing, right? Then adding something.
Yeah.
You've been listening to Doxalogic, a podcast by Doxa Church in Rockland, California. To learn more, visit us online at doxa.church.